So in terms of the equity capital and other capital, the credit rights and debit relationship between affiliated enterprises and direct investors is quite different. In addition, transactions between the affiliated banks and other affiliated financial intermediaries restricted to equity and permanent debt capital are direct investment projects. The portfolio investment include the trade of stocks and other debt instruments such as debt and notes. Unlike the direct investment, security investors can't exert control over the enterprise's management decision, which they invest in. Financial derivatives, excluding official reserves and employee stock options, record transactions in financial derivatives, such as forward contracts, options, other than official reserve. Financial derivatives and employee stock options are included in market price valuation. If the market price is not available, other reasonable valuation methods are used, namely option pricing model and the price value approach. Other investments include short-term and long-term trade credits, loans, including use of fund credit, fund loans, and loans related to lease finance, currencies deposits, transferable deposit, as well as such items as savings and time deposits, savings and loan shares. The reserve assets refer to foreign assets owned by the Central Bank of China, including gold, SDR, reserve position in the IMF, foreign exchange reserves, and other reserve assets. And monetary gold refers to the gold held by our central bank as an international reserve. The SDR is a book assets allocated by IMF according to members' subscribed shares, which can be used to repay IMF debts and cover international BOP deficits among member governments. Reserve position in the IMF refers to the assets freely available to the members in the general account of IMF. Other reserve assets refer to the liquid assets and claims held by the Central Bank of China that are not included in the above reserve assets can be used for international liquidation. The last item account is the net errors and omissions. The balance of international payments adopts double entry bookkeeping methods due to different source and time point of statistical data. The current account will be unbalanced with capital and financial accounts, and the statistical residue terms will be formed, which is called net error and omission. The BOP surplus and deficits. The BOP is designed to emphasize the important relationship between international payments and the domestic economy. The international income and expenditure are reflected in the economic relation between economic outward and the rest of the world, as well as economic activities that the economy imports from outside, including economic activities that the economy integrated into the world economy. The BOP from the perspective of account setup, the amount for the same transactions must be in the book of chronicle of debt and credit for the same amount of zero. But in fact, there is surplus and deficit, namely the balance of import and export, balance of flow on financial account, such as if a government deficit can't be offset for the private sector savings, so the current account deficit will occur and the economy increases taxes in its body generally will improve the status of current accounts. And the current account surplus reflect an increase in the net claims on non-residents, while the deficit indicates that the net resource value received by the economy from the rest of the world is derived from sale of assets abroad or increased debt repayment to non-residents. When investment exceeds saving, inflows of financial assets occur, leading to a reduction in the economy net assets position abroad. The BOP in the process of preparation, there are in fact a series of rules to follow, such as only transactions between the residents and the different countries should be included. The BOP is prepared in according to with the principle of double entry bookkeeping. The BOP is recorded on an accrual basis on the current price, and the BOP is prepared with debit and credit items, etc.